Okay, this video explains how Latin dictionary entries work for nouns and how to form accusative nouns when given a Latin dictionary entry. Okay, this works really well when you have a firm grasp of the noun charts. So first of all, notice that Latin nouns that you've seen so far have a nominative form. And in the first declension, the nominative usually ends in A. Second declension, nominative usually but not always ends in US. And in the third declension, those nominatives are funky looking. The other thing on the chart that you need to notice is this genitive. The genitive case always tells what a declension is. That is, first declension nouns always have an AE for the genitive singular ending. Second declension nouns always have a long I for the genitive singular ending. And third declension nouns always have a short is for the genitive singular ending. Okay, so here we have a Latin dictionary entry for a noun, the word servus, servi. Notice the first word in the dictionary entry is always the nominative case, and the second word is always the genitive case. So when we look at the word servus, servi, I'm looking over here and I see that there is a long I for the genitive. And if we go to our noun chart, we see that long I is in the genitive second declension. So that means that servus is a noun of the second declension. The root of that noun, the stem, the part that never changes, is everything except for that genitive ending. So the root is S-E-R-V, serve. So now that I know the root, serve, and I know the declension, it's just a matter of popping the accusative singular ending on the word. So I'm going to write the root, S-E-R-V, and now we're going to add the accusative singular um ending, ser-wum. And that's how you get from servus to ser-wum for the accusative singular. Okay, let's go through a couple more examples. Okay, here's another dictionary entry for the word kitchen, culina, culinae. Remember, the first word is always the nominative case, the nominative, and the second word is always the genitive case, genitive. So to figure out what declension this is in, I'm going to look at the genitive, culinae, and I see the ending AE. Oh, and look, here's AE in the first declension. So that means culina, culinae is a first declension noun. And to make my life easier, I'm going to draw a box around the part of the word that never changes. Culin, that's the stem of the word. So now that I know that the stem of the word is culin, C-U-L-I-N, if I want to make another form, like the accusative singular, I would just pop that ending on, C-U-L-I-N, and then we're going to put the accusative singular ending on A-M. Okay, here's another dictionary entry. Let's try this again. Pavo, pavonis. This is the word for peacock, Grumio's favorite dinner. All right, what have we got here? Well, we know that pavo is the nominative and pavonis is the genitive. And when we look at our genitive endings, AE, long I, or IS, we see that the IS on the third declension genitive singular matches the IS on the second part of this word. So we know we are dealing with the third declension, this column of the chart. Okay, what's the stem? How are we going to grab that stem so we can make the accusative form? We're going to get the word pavon, P-A-V-O-N. That is everything except the genitive ending, P-A-V-O-N. Then we're going to go to the chart, grab that EM, and pop it onto the end of that word. So there it is, the accusative singular, pavonem. Nice job there. Okay, now that you've seen three completely easy examples, I'm making it a little bit more challenging. Notice our noun chart down here only shows the genitives, and that's because you're a responsible Latin student and you know your endings already. So let's see if we can tackle this one. Mercator, mercatoris. Okay, by now we should know that mercator is the nominative and mercatoris is the genitive. So I'm giving you the genitive endings because I'm being very generous. I recognize the IS here is the same as here, so we are in the third declension. The stem of this word is everything in front of the IS, mercator, and If we know our endings, we know that the first declension is am, second and the third declension is em. So if I wanted to make the accusative singular of mercator, I would take that root mercator and add an em, mercatorem. Okay, let's try another one. Discipulus, discipuli. Oh, that's what you are. Okay, discipulus, discipuli. We've got the long I here, which puts us in the second declension. The root of this word is everything in front of the I. Discipule. And then this ending, which you know because you are a wonderful Latin student, comes from this box here, and the answer, of course, is because we know it's am, and em. Here's another word, argentarius, argentarii, which of course is the word that talks about the profession of the pater in our stories. All right, let's see if you can figure this out on your own. If you want to, you can pause the video and give it a try. Okay, we've got the I here, long I, second declension. The stem is everything in front of that long I. Argentarii. And then if we go down here, am, em. So argentarium. We're going to do this one without even putting the chart up. Hopefully you have it memorized. If not, you can go look at it again. Okay, tonsorius. Oh, that's the guy who cuts the old man in that story. Pantagathus is his name, I think. But going back to the word, tonsorius, okay. Our genitive ending is is, which means we are in the third declension. I'm going to take the stem, tonsor, tonsor, and I'm going to pop that third declension, accusative singular ending on tomsorem. So if we were doing the whole grammar chart, nominative, genitive, accusative, it would say tonsor, tonsoris, and tonsorem. Example, pecunia, pecuniae, which is the word for money. Okay, the genitive ending is the ae because I know my charts. The stem is pecuni, so to make it accusative singular, we're going to take that stem, pecuni, and add the first declension accusative singular ending am, pecuniam. Okay, this is the word for dog, and notice how funky this is. The nominative, canis, looks exactly the same as the genitive, canis. We'll deal with that part later, but for now, let's just follow our rules, figure out the declension, and pop on the accusative ending to the stem. Okay, is, that's third declension. The stem is everything in front of the ending, can. Third declension, we need the em for third declension ending. Here, māter, matris. Okay, what do? Hopefully by now you're an expert at this. We're not going to look at the nominative yet. We're going to look at the genitive to find out what the stem is and what declension we're in. Is, oh, that's third declension. Okay, so we're on that chart. Matr is the stem, matr. Third declension accusative singular ending. Do we want am, or em? Well, am is first, is second. We need to pop the em, matrem. There's the accusative singular. Hortus, horti, that of course is a Latin word for garden. All right, what do we know about the word? Okay, hortus is the nominative, horti is the genitive. We're going to look here. What declension is it? Well, this long I, genitive singular, long I, that would be the second declension. The stem is everything in front of that ending. So it's H-O-R-T. And if I wanted to make accusative singular, I just pop that ending on. A-M-U-M-E-M, not that one, because that's first, not third, but the second declension, hortum. Next word, atrium, atrii. All right, what declension are we in? Well, that long I tells us second declension. Okay, what's the stem of this word? Everything except the long I. So it's A-T-R-I. Okay, if we wanted to make this accusative, we have to go through the endings in our head. A-M, U-M, E-M, not that, because we're in the second declension. By the way, did you notice this other funky thing about the word atrium? Notice this is the nominative. We talked about how second declension nominative usually ends in us, but as you can see here, not always. We'll deal with that in a few more weeks.